So hello students and viewers, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe. This is your Arindam sir and you are watching Revision Learning. So till now in our chapter Major Crops, we have discussed about the different types of food crops where we read the examples of wheat, maize, rice and millets, and then we went to the fiber crops where we learned the types or the cultivation process of jute and cotton. Now today we will move to the cash crops. Now the question is that what are cash crops and why they are called as cash crops? Cash crops, also known as commercial crops, are the crops produced for its commercial value rather than for use by any grower. Okay, cash crops are also called as the commercial crops, but it has another name as a profit crop. Profit crop, cash crop, commercial crop, whatever you want to say, is an agricultural crop which is grown to sell for profit. It is typically purchased by the parties separate from a farm. Okay, and the term is used to differentiate marketed products from a subsistence crops. Crops giving comparatively better returns to the farmers are the commercial crops, or you can say cash crops. For example, sugarcane, jute is there, then rubber. Okay, and if you remember students, then in our this history chapter, Rural Life and Society, we read about the indigo cultivation process. In the indigo cultivation process, the indigo plant was also a cash crop or commercial crop that the British East India Company enforced our farmers to grow in India, to cultivate the indigo in India. So indigo was also an example of cash crop. So today we will learn about the two examples of cash crops. One is sugarcane and another one is rubber. So talking about the sugarcane, I know all of you have taken sugarcane. Sugarcane is a very important cash crop and it is cultivated in more than 90 countries all over the world. Sugarcane is cultivated for its juice. From its juice we get sucrose, which is extracted from the sugarcane, as I said you, and this sucrose, after going to the body, it breaks down into fructose and glucose, and you know, from glucose we get energy. So because of the sucrose, sugarcane is cultivated. It is also metabolized, or it is also fermented to produce ethanol and eco-friendly fuel. Now there is a great demand of sugarcane all over the world. And why? Because we all take sugar, and the sugar beets are made from the sugarcane itself. Almost 80% of the sugar produced the sugar beets produced is from the cultivation of sugarcane. From the cultivation of sugarcane, the sugar beets are produced, or the sugar is made. Today in this world, Brazil leads in the production of sugarcane, which is followed by India, China, Thailand, Cuba, Pakistan, Mexico. Now if we discuss about the growing conditions required for the sugarcane, then sugarcane is grown in the tropical regions of South Asia, and it relatively requires warm temperature. The sugarcane cultivation requires a tropical or subtropical climate, as it is very sensitive to frost. It cannot withstand the frost or cool condition. That's why sugarcane always requires warm temperature. Okay, also it requires plenty of water, a minimum of 60 centimeter for a continuous period of more than 6 to 7 months each. So because of this particular reason, either the water is given naturally means through rainfall, or it is given through irrigation process. So this is how sugarcane is grown in the farms. So I hope you are all clear about the sugarcane. So now let's talk about rubber. So natural rubber is obtained from latex. Latex is a milky liquid present in either the latex vessels or the ducts, or in the cells of the rubber producing plants. And synthetic rubber can be produced through a chemical process, but people have not been able to produce synthetic rubber that has all the properties of natural rubber. Natural rubber is collected, means the milk colored latex sap is collected, and then it is refined to make the rubber. Natural rubber has the flexible texture in itself, and it is totally waterproof. Natural rubber is ideal for manufacturing normal eraser, rubber, tires, tubes and numerous items. The countries that are leading in the production of natural rubber are Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, followed by India and Vietnam. And in India, Kerala is the largest producer of natural rubber. If we discuss about the growing conditions of rubber, then rubber trees are grown in the heavy rainfall areas. It requires at around 250 centimeter rainfall, which is evenly distributed without any marked dry season and with at least 100 rainy days per year. It requires at least 100 rainy days per year. And the temperature conditions of to grow natural rubbers should be in the between 25 degrees centigrade to 34 degrees centigrade, and high atmospheric humidity is also required to grow rubber trees. It requires around 6 hours of bright sunlight or bright sunny and calm weather, and the soil should be well drained. So these are some growing conditions under which you can grow rubber trees. So I hope you have understood about the cash crops, the different types of cash crops that we have discussed today, like the sugarcane and rubber. If you have any confusion, if you have any doubts regarding my explanation, regarding anything, then you can ask me in the comment section below. And if you have liked my explanation, then please like this video, share it to your friends, subscribe to Revision Learning, press the bell icon, help us to grow, support us, help us. So students, with this, I am wrapping up today's video. In our next class, in our next session, we will discuss another type of crop, that is beverage crops. So with this, take care, stay safe, thank you.